Today, AsiaETrading.com has a rare opportunity to speak with Glenn Lesko, CEO of Instinet here in Asia. Welcome, Glenn. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Well, let's jump right into it. Instinet, as an agency-only brokerage firm, focuses on quality of execution. Can you tell us where the focus on developing algorithms for Asia, and what are the challenges of delivering these algos across different exchanges and execution venues?
Yeah, it's a great question, and one that is an ongoing challenge. Instinet currently is rolling out a new suite of algos called the Expert Suite. The Expert Suite is the algo suite that is currently run by our U.S. business, which obviously the need to access multiple venues in the U.S. is as acute as it is anywhere. Trades can be executed on over 30 venues in the U.S., including private dark pools, ECNs, a variety of different execution mechanisms. So the suite of algorithms that we have already has that logic in it to execute for U.S. stocks. So the real challenge is localization. So we're dealing with trading on exchanges in 13 countries in Asia. And each different country has its own market structure and has its own different execution options. So the two challenges are localization, getting the strategies that we've worked on globally to work within each local market. And the second challenge is, in terms of accessing the venues, is a little bit different than the rest of the world. For example, you have regulations in Asia where some venues are not accessed typically by domestic investors who, for example, in Japan, have best execution policies that don't allow them to participate on alternative venues. So you have to be able to turn the venues on and off based on different customers, and we are still working on the data in terms of what kind of fill rates that we're getting to in different venues, because in which it's those destinations in which it's getting significant fills, and avoiding destinations if it notices any movement in the price after it's gone to those destinations. So it contains both interactive destination selection as well as anti-gaming logic. The Nighthawk algo will also be a a module of all of our other algos. So when you're using any type of strategy under the Experts platform, you'll be able to take advantage selectively with anti-gaming logic of any alternative venues that are out there. The other interesting functionality that we're bringing to Asia with the Expert Suite is multiple benchmark optimization. When it comes to Asia, it's been very difficult for investors globally to choose one benchmark to trade Asia. Implementation shortfall is probably the most popular benchmark globally, and VWAP is probably the most popular benchmark in Asia. I think there's a very specific reason for this. I think Asia is a region in which many of the investment decisions are made offshore, but they're implemented in Asia. So you'll often have a case where you have a really big move in global markets, and by the time Asia's open, it's already reacting to that move. So Asia has a tradition of often gapping up or down a few percent based on a global market move. And that's made implementation shortfall a very difficult benchmark for people to adhere to, because they're reacting to what's happened overseas, and if they try to trade IS, there's a risk of really having significant market impact, and that if you had waited, that you might do better. So the Experts platform sets up optimization schedules based on multiple benchmarks. So you could put a certain number of points for IS and a certain number of points for VWAP, and it will create an optimal schedule to replicate both of those. The close is also an option as well. So that's our algo strategy for Asia this year.
Very interesting.